Yo, what up losers, my name Cade, and I'm about to slap you with the tastiest uncolored movie maker animatic you ever done did seen. A little backstory if you will. My character's name is Dayful Utomi, and I'm a level 10 bard now? But this story is about the very beginning in a very long campaign made by my friend and DM. It was my first ever campaign and I didn't really know how to play, so I had to be dragged into it. I also chose the bard class because when they asked what I wanted to do, I said I wanted to be as useless as possible. But I ended up being kind of overpowered because who let the musician have as many spell slots as the actual spellcasters? Anyways, this story is meant to serve as a much too late warning to DMs everywhere. Stop making hot NPCs. Just stop. Don't make NPCs with character, backstory, or anything. Don't make them good or your players are just gonna jump on that daddy AF NPC. But in this case, I fell in love with an insignificant NPC, so it just goes to show you that you're screwed either way. So, let's begin. A few days prior, we had departed from a small village where we had cleared out a coven of witches. Finally, we arrived to the capital of the Etherean Empire, Jajaway, a beautiful oasis in the middle of a vast desert. There, our troop of 3 unlikely heroes, still unfamiliar with one another and the Empire, arrived to speak with the Empress herself. Our paladin, Halion, had received a message from his god Sylvanus to warn the Empress of an encroaching evil on the land, a foreboding promise of misfortune. Finally, we managed to have an audience with her, and like any smart bard, I kept my mouth shut and just agreed with the new group dad. God, that's such a paradoxical statement. While he's talking to the Empress, she turns to her advisor to discuss things with him and... Oh no, he's hot. This was only the 3rd session too. Needless to say, I zoned out for the rest of the conversation. See, I would believe you, but you're not really a part of my empire, so I have no reason to trust you. If you prove yourself to me, then maybe I will. We'll have a trial to decide. To the death. A death trial. Shit. I think that's probably around the time that I snapped back into consciousness, but she wasn't done with us yet. Also, I'd like to speak to the Grey One, if I'm allowed. Wait a minute, that's me! Now, you're probably wondering, Grey? What was I? A drow? A freaking homestuck troll? No, it gets better. I made my DM homebrew an entire race for me, called the Death Fairy race, having originated from the Feywilds. So, what did this entail? Well, I was the only damn fairy in the entire kingdom, and I couldn't fly. I had grey skin, I was 4'6" instead of 18 inches, and I never tried to charm the Empress. So basically, I was a very useless, weird-looking fairy, so she wanted to see what's up. Paul, can you fetch her some clothes and get her a room? Of course, my Empress. I think I believe in soulmates. From then on out, I knew I wanted this handsome half-elf dork. I did everything I could to develop their relationship. I didn't care if he was a bland cracker. That day alone, I had her borrow books from him, ask him questions, read with him in the library. And the next day, he rode with her to the Colosseum on a giant freaking ostrich. And it was adorable. I wanted to hop on that handsome half-elf and call him mine. I wanted him so bad, despite him having the most basic race next to human, with no abilities to speak of. I mean, he was literally just a scribe, but I was determined to get those sweet seduction rolls in. Eventually, I got him to open up enough, to the point where I learned his backstory, which the DM had probably just made up on the fly, about how his mother had left him as a child, and how he had fought against the discrimination of being a half-elf to become educated, and eventually become the Empress's friend and advisor.
little cutie. Look at his little face.
Let's not forget about their fencing match that was charged with romantic tension, where he purposely fumbled so that she could take the upper hand after some garbage rolls. What a gentleman. And the frosting on the cake? She gave him a kiss before they left Zhazhaowei for the first time, and that's when I knew I was finally in. While their relationship was on the uphill, my DM's sanity was on the downhill. Too bad for him though, because if he ever tries to take Pole away from me, I'll freaking burn down Zhazhaowei. Too bad it's already gone though. I guess that's a story for another time. Thank you so much for sticking through this hot mess. I hope you enjoyed some bit of it. If you're interested in knowing more about Dayful and Pole's relationship, please go to my Instagram art spam page at CrackerJackBabe to see more doodles of them. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'd like to direct you to my Ko-fi page because, like everyone else, I'm a starving artist. I prefer this over Patreon because it lets my fans decide how much they want to contribute and when or how often they want to do it. Anyways, thank you for watching, players and DMs.